Well, thanks everybody for coming today. It's exciting. It's a good day, another good day for Sulphur Parks and Recreation. So for the second time in 2 weeks, we've had the privilege of introducing our residents to a new and improved community park. Sulphur Parks and Recreation welcomes all of you to the ribbon cutting of our Kyle Street Park. The reopening of this park makes the Sulphur Park system a whole following the devastation of Hurricanes Laura and Hurricane Delta. Kyle Street Park is a unique facility under SPAR's umbrella. Originally created and maintained by the City of Sulphur, it was leased to Sulphur Parks and Recreation in 1992. Over the years, it has been home to a game room, racquetball courts, basketball gym, playgrounds, and walking trails. With innovation, we've replaced the game room with a meeting space. The racquetball courts have made way for outdoor basketball pavilion, and the playground has been relocated and upgraded. We hope you are as proud of our accomplishment here as we are. I'd now like to welcome Blake Foreman, pastor of Sulphur Community Church, to provide the invocation. Blake?
Good morning. There have been, mountains upon mountains that we've had to climb since 2020 to get to these places, and I think about all the things that our community has had to go through and continues with, just determination and tenacity to rebuild this community, and SPAR has been such an integral part of doing that, especially, in this part of town. I don't know who answers the phone at SPAR, but I know from I've made multiple phone calls, a lot of people from our church about, hey, when's Kyle Park going to be open? This is kind of a really good place for our community, and so we care about it. And so very thankful that this has been a priority for our community to see this park and the other parks come be put back together. And so I'm just going to bless our time together. If you would just join me in a word of prayer, if you would bow your heads. Lord, we come to you today just humbled by your grace and your mercy and your kindness on us, that you smile on us, that, Lord, in your, God, in your wisdom and in your omnipotence, Lord, you guide us and you direct us to bring about your glory in this community. And so we thank you so much that we get to play a small part of this. Lord, while we don't deserve anything, you graciously lavish your gifts on us and your love on us in these ways. And so I just pray, Lord, that all of the work, the hard work, the determination, the vision for this community, that this community matters to you so it matters to us. Lord, we offer this to you. Would you use it in a way that would, this park as well as the parks that are scattered throughout the city and all the things that are going on, would you use them to make a better city, a better community, one that would that would please you, that would bring you honor, and that would bring you glory. Thank you for all the many hands and feet that have been put toward these efforts to see this community rebuilt. I pray that this particular park, Kyle Park, would be a beacon, would be a light in this community, that it would have so many stories to tell the neighborhood about hope, about love, about kindness, about community. And so, Lord, would you bless this time together that we have as we think about all the possibilities that's going to come in the future because of what you've planted here. May the seeds that we've planted, even though we may not get to sit under the shade of those trees, that they would be a testament to the generations to come, that investment in this community is worth it. So we love you, Jesus. We ask all this in your precious name. Would you bless this time? Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. At this time, I'd like to ask SPAR Board Commissioner, Mr. Don Martin, to make a few comments.
Appreciate it, David. So here we are, in 2 weeks, opened up, 2 parks. So it's been a busy time for everyone involved. Probably Laurie more than anyone else, and Laurie, we certainly appreciate everything you've done for getting these parks back open. But opening this one brings back just a lot of memories because I live here. I live on this side of town. Starting back in the 50s, my dad grew up on West Line Street. I grew up on Roberta Drive. My kids grew up on Terrace Street. So for quite a while, the Martins have been on this side of town. And the park system has been so important to not only our family, but our youth. You know, there's a lot of good and a lot of bad going on in the world today. Sometimes it seems like there's more bad than good, I guess, but you know, we have to continue to invest in our youth. And I'm so grateful that the park system and the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury worked hard to get these parks back open, especially Kyle Street Park. It's important to, I affectionately call it Poche Town, but it's important that we got this park reopened and got the facilities reopened. Hopefully there's going to also be some other improvements to this park in the future as we see fit. And also there's other improvements throughout our park system up and coming that haven't been announced. So I'm excited about that as well. But at the end of the day, I think the commissioners and Lori and her group are all committed to continuing to invest in our youth. And we've heard people want more parks, more things to do outside the traditional baseball, basketball. So this is just another flagship property for us, and not for us, for our citizens to enjoy. I think it's got a great, diverse amount of facilities over here. No baseball fields, but we've got playgrounds, we've got the new basketball court, we've got a meeting room. We've never had a meeting room over here for this side of town as well. So there's just a lot of stuff going on that I think that's going to enhance this community over here. I would like to thank the fellow commissioners and executive staff that made all this possible. Mike Boyette, David Cuvion weren't able to make it today. Lynn Lamel is here along with myself and David. I'd also like to recognize our former board members that participated in the design and the bid process, Doug Como and Mitch Bowers. Also, I would like to mention Tony Tremonti, a good friend of mine. He was very instrumental in making sure that we got stuff when we needed it. Anytime one of the commissioners called him or Lori called him, he was on the spot. And I just want to mention, I think he's up above today smiling. So, Miss Lori Colzer, we appreciate you being directly in the line of fire sometimes, but making sure, I know as commissioners, we went to you a lot going, Lori, you said 2 weeks. Lori, you said 3 weeks. You said a week. When are we going to get this thing open? You know, so I appreciate you always jumping in head first, answering our questions, jumping over here, making sure things were getting done as they were supposed to be. So I've taken up enough of y'all's time today. We do appreciate a great turnout. I appreciate everyone coming out. Also, I will add the last thing, the walking track is back open. I think I had more response to the walking track being reopened, and I don't know anything about it, but they're telling me this pickleball is a hot thing these days, so we've got the pickleball over here as well. So, but anyway, like I said, we appreciate everyone coming out. We appreciate y'all's support, and I look forward for more things in the future to come. Thank y'all.
Also, I would like to recognize some of our dignitaries that represent us across the state and elsewhere that are here that graciously provide their time to us to come. And this is Mr. Les Farnham has been at the opening of our park last week and then is here today, he and his wife, Ms. Karen. Mr. Les, you have anything you want to say? Or?
I'll be brief. You know, it's another tribute to Sulphur Parks and Recreations and a dedication to the citizens of Louisiana, of the Sulphur, Corliss, Southwest Louisiana area. We are already the envy of many communities in the state with the facilities that we have here. You know, Lori, her staff do a fantastic job. The board and their vision of what they want the parks and recreation system of this area to look like. It's constantly moving forward. Now, it's taken a little time since the hurricanes tore us up, but with every drop of rain comes a little sunshine at the end. So we're back in the sunshine days. You know, this facility right here, going back to when my kids were playing basketball, was the strangest place on the planet because it was carpet in here. So a traditional basketball sound was just not there. So this is a great improvement to the facility, and congratulations to everybody.
Also representing our Calhoun Police Drawers, Mr. Brent Clement. Mr. Brent.
Thank you, David. First of all, I want to, Joe Anderpont had a business commitment today, so that's why I'm filling his shoes. He, believe me, recreation is very important to Joe, so it had to have been something very important for him not to be here, because this is dear to his heart, recreation. We in Sulphur are blessed, and I hadn't been out here in a while, and when I drove in, I mean, I'm like Les. I remember a little bit more. I was talking with Bear. They had a tile floor at some point in time that would sweat, and I mean, it was like skating in here, and so it was. Then they put the carpet. Then you get. So anyway, it's been an evolution, and but it's a one heck of a facility. I tell you, we are so blessed in Sulphur and Ward 4 that we have a community, we have a taxpayer base that supports recreation because they do a good job being fruitful with the money, good stewards of the money, and building facilities like this that benefit everybody. You have a place here that people in this community can come, bring their family, have a day together, which we need nowadays. We need kids to get out. We need kids to be running. We need hollering. I love going to parks because you get to hear kids scream and hollering. You know it's family time. You know that is a good investment in our children and the next generation when you do that. And I mean, that's how it was when we were young. I love recreation, and that is, that's one of the things that I never think that I wasted a dollar when it's spent on kids and recreation. That's a credit to the taxpayers. That's a credit to the board. I'd like to say that. But also I'd like to mention that we have the contractors, EJ and them, on this. Y'all did a heck of a good job and always do good quality work, and we appreciate it. Thank y'all. Thanks staff. Naturally, that's always what makes things run smooth is staff. When you have good staff, then it makes everybody look good. It makes the board look good. It makes the police jury look good. But I just want to say thank y'all for y'all's commitment and what y'all do, and hopefully the community will be out here and it'll be a packed park, which I'm sure it will. And but thank y'all, and appreciate what y'all do for the community.
Thank you, Mr. Brent. And I'll echo what he says. If you've ever been, or you familiar with any of the board members, it does take a lot for us to look good, and it is the staff and under Ms. Lori's direction that does that. So we'd like to take a moment to thank the professionals who guided, designed, and constructed these improvements to Kyle Street Park, our project architects, Ellender and Associates, Ellender Architects and Associates, Mr. E.J. Ellender, and Mr. Scott Manio, consulting engineers. Did I butcher that? What is it? Menino. All right, let me do that again. Mr. E.J. Ellender and Mr. Scott Menino, consulting engineers, Associated Design Group, and Duan and Pleasant. Our general contractors, Mr. Gerard Little and Mr. Scotty Taylor with Scotty Taylor Construction. And before I bring up Ms. Lori, I'd like to say something that was brought to my attention in our last board meeting. 4 or 5 years ago, whenever I was asked to be on the board, one of the main focuses that I had was sports. Well, let me just tell you, the only focus I had was sports. And then Mr. Lynn Lamel reminded us that it's more than sports. And as you were saying earlier, both of you guys were saying earlier, and Mr. Don as well, the parks are huge. You know, and what we've been through over the last 3 to 4 years after the hurricanes, fighting, trying to get Sulphur back on track, it is absolutely an honor for me to be on this commissioning board to help lead Sulphur in a direction to bring it back to its glory days. And I tell you guys, as Mr. Don said earlier, we have some great things in the work, and that's the best way I can introduce the lady that's going to lead us to the future of these great things, because she is just fascinating. She's tough. She's got a staff that's open-minded and creative, and it's just been a pleasure so far to work with you. So without further ado, you guys, our director, Miss Lori Colser. Miss Lori?
Thank you, David. I appreciate the kind words. Today is the day that Kyle Street Park starts a new chapter, filled with opportunities to not only create long-lasting memories, but to also fill the void that the community has endured with not having a park close enough to just simply walk or ride your bike to. We thank the community for your patience. Hurricane Laura, though devastated our community, allowed SPAR the opportunity to not only do repairs, but also rethink and add new amenities to appeal to all generations. Parks belong and bring people together, not only to be active, but also to enjoy open green spaces filled with majestic oaks and the music that the birds play daily. We still have a few additions to come. LeBlanc Middle School Book Club will be adding a little library to the park and provide resources for the community to access reading materials. And we want to thank Principal Fultz, I'm not sure if he's able to attend today, for his contribution to that. The other thing that was a big thing to me was we missed adding swings to the playground. Everybody likes to swing. I love to swing. So that's another addition that we'll be working on to add to the playground area. It's our hope that we've created a safe place to come out and make new memories that will be shared for years to come. This is your park, so let us all enjoy, share, and protect it. I want to thank SPAR Board, the staff for their dedication and support, not only for this project, but each and every day. Also want to give a special thanks to Mr. E.J. Ellender, Mr. Scott Menino, Mr. Scott Taylor, Mr. Gerard Little, Miss Cassie, for their bringing this park back to a beautiful place to be. Thank everybody for coming out today. Want to please let you explore the facilities, enjoy some refreshments, and then if we could have all the dignitaries, the board members, elected officials meet out front, and we'll take a photo and cut the ribbon and let the fun start. So thank you so much.